welcome to the Cowboys LA Radio. I'm your host, Eric Trujillo, coming to you with episode 11 as we get ready for the Green Bay Packers. We're going to talk about their Packers offense, Packers defense, and a email question from a loyal listener questioning if Dak wins this game, what do we do? But let's go ahead and get started with the Green Bay offense. I'll start off with the basics. Their run game does not scare me. Why? After watching the tape, their offensive linemen do not create holes. But they still have a run game, and the reason is simple. Eddie Lacy is a human pinball machine. Can make jokes, but he's overweight. But this man is difficult to take down. Many a times as I watch the tape, it looks like the play's over, and then he breaks out and busts for 15. They stay committed to it as well. They don't give up on it. And there's a big reason why. Play action. That does worry me. Aaron Rodgers is killer in the play action. And what they'll do is they'll put a tight end kind of in a wing position on the right hand side. They'll fake the ball strong side, so fake the run to the right. He'll roll out weak to his left, and that tight end that was in that wing position will come across and try to pick off the D end from coming and being able to hit. So they always have that guy coming off and protecting Rodgers. And if that tight end sees that Aaron's not, the D end didn't come upfield, he breaks out and gives Aaron an option to throw to. He's the second read. Usually he rolls off of that play action. He has a great play fake. They bet on it every time, no matter what. So if Aaron's free running, he has a couple of options. He can hit his first option, which is usually someone coming across the field, or Devontae Adams goes 7 yards in and then back out, which is a difficult route to cover. And then if that's not there, he has two options. He can get that dump off to that tight end that was in that wing position that came across with him, or he could run. And his legs, he doesn't look fast, but his legs are dangerous too. And that is the thing about the run game. I'm not concerned about it. I think Lacy might not play. If he doesn't play, that's a win in itself for us. Because then after that, we can tee off. We can stop that run game without having to bring too many men into the box. But if Lacy's in the game, it's a whole different thing. And if Lacy's in the game, you have to kind of bite on that play action. Because you got to stop that run. Because if you don't, even if it's not executed properly, even the blocking is not executed properly, he will run and fall for about 5 yards. As far as their passing game goes, it's killer as well. Aaron Rodgers is a magician. He is the first real quarterback we're going to play. And I hate to say that, but it's just the truth. We got to get ready for this Sunday, and this is how we're going to do it. He is the first real quarterback we're going to play. He's the first quarterback of Tony Romo's caliber or higher, obviously higher. He is better than Tony, that we're going to play this season. So we have to be ready. They like to go floor wide, 3 to the right, 1 single on the left, or 3 to the left, 1 single to the strong side, to the right side. They'll go 5 sometimes, but usually they keep someone in the backfield with him. And they're not afraid to go deep. These guys there's plays where they all run skinny posts. Or they all run straight across the field. They're not afraid to go deep. And he'll hit them. This man will throw darts. There's no room to leave any space uncovered. So how do we stop it? It's not going to be easy. But if Lacy's not in the game, we can kill that run game, and then that play action is not so deadly anymore. Because now, on that play action, every time you see Rodgers under center, you better be, and Lacey's not in the game, you better know if you're the end opposite of that wing back, you better be ready for Rodgers rolling out. You take him out regardless. You hit him. That's one of the things. Take away that play action. Second, if that run game is stopped and ball of possession is on our favor and we're up a touchdown or two, now we could just bring our 4 and everyone else man up, and then the rest of the backers and corners can kind of help to support. Make sure that there's nothing uncovered. That's the way you do it. That's how you got to do it. You have to game plan for this. Know every play that comes from every formation that these guys show you. Because week after week after week, it's the same stuff. And the what makes it spin? Number 12, Aaron Rodgers. Figure him out. Take him. You're not going to take him out of this game. He's going to get his. He's going to put up points. But make it super difficult on him all day long to try to thread that needle. I do not, even though we had a great game rushing the QB against Cincinnati, I don't think that'll be the case this one. In this game, their line actually does pass block very well. They don't run block very well, but they pass block very well. So man up and then get some help and make sure that there's no holes left for him to thread that needle through. Keep him contained. Don't let him get outside of the pocket, and control what you can control. Make it difficult for this man. Now on the defensive side, it's a 3-4, but it's a 3-4 hybrid. Because if you look at it most of the time, it looks like a 4-3. And what they do is their 2D tackles are so good. They are so good that they can stop the run with just those 2 guys. And then they essentially use their 2 outside linebackers as their DNs. It's still 3-4, mind you, but that's what it looks like when you look at it. It'll be Matthews, the 2D tackles, and then Perry. So these 2 guys are coming off the edge, and they can play the run. It's not like when you see those 2 outside linebackers, let's run at them. No, you can't. Perry's good, excellent against the run. So is Clay. None of the D tackles just eat up the guards. The 2 D tackles eat up the guards. So it's their 2 outside linebackers lined up as DNs against the tackles. And then the rest, that extra DB that's there, Micah Hyde or whoever it is that's near the ball, come in and they're not scared to stuff to run. But it's a 3-4, and there's moments where it is a real 3-4. You'll see 3 D tackles, and then you'll see their 2 outside linebackers, Perry and Clay, and that's even tougher. I don't know why they don't do that all the time. I felt that when I saw them in their true 3-4 base, they were hard. They were hard to run on. They were hard to throw on because the 2 outside guys bring that much more pressure. Now that 3rd D tackle's in, and they played Julius Peppers in that 3rd D tackle a lot. So now you got Peppers up the middle. You got Perry. You got Clay. And then Jake Ryan is a good backer. He's good in coverage. He's good in run support. This is a well-balanced team. It is a well-balanced team. By far the best team we're gonna have so far up to this point. I think Giants are the closest to them because the Giants are fairly balanced. Good defense, good offense. We took a L to them, but I'm not gonna bet against our team anymore. I felt last week we were gonna lose. I thought it was more of a coaching thing. The coaches proved me wrong. So if I'm seeing it, and I look at things from a coach's point of view, what is the opponent's strength? What is their weakness? What is their favorite play? Who's their favorite player? How do we stop that? They're pros. I hope they see it. I just felt like they were so stubborn that they wouldn't. Nope. And now this week, I know what they're gonna do the right thing. They're gonna game plan, and we can come out with the victory here. We have to be on point. We have to be ready for everything they're gonna bring. Back to their defense. They will bring some crazy blitzes too. It looks exotic. They have safeties and DBs as the D tackles, and then their outside linebackers are they bringing it blitzes from the outside. And it's not just a blitz. It's a blitz with stunts going on. So it just looks so much more confusing. And they get after it. Their defense gets after the ball. how do we overcome this defense? Our strength. What is our strength? We run the ball with Ezekiel Elliott and the best offensive line in football, and you don't give up. You run it, and you run it, and eventually that's going to open up. The play action, the passing lanes, the way they've been doing week by week. At the end of the day, I do think that we might end up in a shootout where we have to just throw the ball. I wouldn't call it a shootout because I don't think it's going to be like score for score. I don't think it's going to be that kind of game. But we're going to get to a point where it's 14-6. We're down coming into the fourth quarter and the run game is being stopped at this point. They figured it out. Or it's 14-7, and 2 or 3 minutes left in the game. We're going to need our passing game. This game's going to come down to Dak's arm. And wouldn't I love to have Tony for this game? I would. But I'm also very interested. What does Dak have? I think this is one of those, 2 minutes left, let's go, drive us down the field. Can't hand the ball off to Zeke. I think that's what we're going to see. Which leads me into the final question, an email from Rene Campos. And I appreciate that. If you want to email me any questions, this is the first question that I've received for the year on the show. I'll be happy to answer them. You could shoot me a Twitter at LACowboy1986. That's probably the easiest way. I check that the most. But the email question was, if Dak wins in Green Bay, does he replace Romo week 8 versus the Eagles? I think that's the question everybody's tackling. I know that we talk about chemistry, and I know that we talk about everything that Dak is doing right. If we have the probability of winning this game, we do. We have to play a perfect game. No turnovers. We have to control the time, the clock, and time of possession is what I meant to say. And when guys are open, he's going to have to hit them. And when they're not open this game, he's going to have to hit them. Now, we win this game. As much as people talk about chemistry, I was a football player too. Been in the locker room. It's not how it works. It's not like, hey, this guy just came in, he's doing well, let's just give it to him. No, it's not how it works, Fortunately, I think it's fortunately. There's loyalty between players. They know who the man is. Dak knows who the man is. Zeke knows who the man is. Dez knows who the man is. Everybody knows this is Romo's team. Even Dak himself. And I love the attitude that he has. Dak is the future. But the future, it's not time yet. So even if we win this game, and we're 5-1 heading into the Eagles game, you want Tony Romo in that game. You want him. You're going to need him. That Eagles defense is nasty. They always play hard against us. They have the ability to stop the run, so you're going to need his passing ability. Let's get this victory. Dak is going to get an experience that I think is going to be great for the rest of his career playing at Lambeau. But to answer the listener's question, no, not yet. It's not time yet. Okay? And I hope that everybody agrees. Hope we enjoy this game. Game is at 1:25 on Sunday, so that's the second slot wherever you're at. It's the second game of the second slot of games on Sunday. It is at Lambeau Field, and let's go get it. 5-1 Cowboys Nation. If you have any questions, please feel free to hit me up at LACowboy1986 on Twitter. Make sure you join the SCDC Southern California Dallas Cowboys fan club at Sage this weekend. Doors open at 12 o'clock. Enjoy the game. Have a good night. This is the Cowboys LA Radio.